apostlik ja 4 katolikud.
So the Catholic Church differs from the sects as a being holy, one, Catholic and apostolic.
Yeah, that's right. So good, okay. That was right. I mean, it wasn't exactly everything that was in that question, but that is the essence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Very good.
Katoliku kirik erineb teistest kristlikust tavatest ühingutest ja sektidest sellepärast, et see on üks püha, apostlik ja katolik.
So it was essentially the same as written, but a little bit wording was a little different.
Arutatud inimestele kristlikuks nimetavatest ühingutest või sektidest on Jeesuse Kristuse kirik kergesti eristatav 4 tunnuse järgi. Ta on üks püha, katoliiklik ja apostlik.
This was word by word, 100%.
Väga hästi. Rossi.
Yes, that was right, but really looked different.
Ja viimane.
Jeesuse Kristuse kirikut saab eristada 4 tunnuse järgi. Ta on üks püha katoliiklik apostol.
The first part was cancelled, this sects, mentioning the sects, and then the other parts are not mentioned, but studied in the second part, the Church of Jesus Christ, is differentiated.
And do the sects have those signs too?
Kas need samasuguseid omadusi? No.
Not all of them together, at least. Yeah. Good. Okay, well, that was quite well. Yes?
Is it important for the answers to be like word by word? Because I've always learned them to be like just the meaning.
Yeah, we've talked about this. I talked about it with your mom. It is important, though, if you can, learn it word by word. But if you're not so good at
doing that, then try to be able to explain and with your own words.
Pähe õppimine on raske, siis jätta meelde sisu.
So you do it wrong.
Oma sõnadega.
Tule nii täpselt.
Jah, oma sõnadega, aga õige sisu.
Okay. So we talked about now we will continue to talk about those 4 nodes of the true church.
Nii räägime siis täna 3-4 tõelise kiriku 4 tunnusest.
I think we already talked about the first node, the unity. We talked about that.
Me rääkisime ühtsusest kõigepealt.
And now we continue with holiness.
Me räägime täna pühadusest.
Who is the founder and head of the church?
Kes on kiriku asutaja ja pea?
Jumal.
God.
And more exactly?
Aga täpsemalt? Täpsemalt? Jumal küll, aga...
Paavst.
Peck the Pope.
Well, did he found the church?
Kas tema asutas kiriku?
No.
Patricia?
Jeesus Kristus.
Yeah,
It's the same.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
And is Jesus holy or not? Kas Jeesus on püha või ei?
Või ei.
Jeesus on muidugi püha.
Of course.
So if he is the head of the church, kui Jeesus on kiriku pea, that's good, yeah? Is the church then, kas kirik on pea või ei? Kirik.
Yes.
Yeah, because he is the head, so and the church is the body of the head, right? So if Jesus is the head of the church and the church is the body and the head is holy, then the body is holy.
Kui Jeesus Kristus on kiriku pea, siis kirik on nagu keha seal. Siis kirik on müstiline ihu, Kristuse ihu.
No, tegelikult mitte.
või tegelikult ka.
But are all of the members of the church holy?
Kas kõik kiriku liikmed on ka pühad?
I talked about this today in the sermon, right?
Ja
It is a holy church, kirik on
kirik on
püha,
püha,
but not all members.
aga mitte liikmed, kõik liikmed pole pühad.
But at every time of history, there are always saints.
Ja alati on olemas pühakud kõikidel sajandil.
So there's never a period when there's not one saint.
Seal ei ole kunagi perioodi, kus pole ühtegi pühakut.
Igal aastal on üks.
Igal ajal.
And many of our members are good Christians or holy Christians.
Väga häid kristlasi, pühi kristlasi.
But also holy is the faith, the Catholic faith.
Aga ka katoliku usk on püha.
And the laws of the church.
Ja kiriku seadused on pühad.
Or sacraments.
Ja kiriku sakramendid on pühad.
And even outside of that church, there is no salvation.
Ja väljaspool katoliku kirikut pole pääsemist.
Yeah, and no real holiness.
Ja tõelist pühadust.
Today, we sometimes see movies or I don't know what that try to show us and tell us that there is real holiness in other religions too.
Praegu me tänapäeval näeme palju filme, kus öeldakse, et seal on tõelist pühadust ka väljaspool kirikut, teistes kirikutes.
But first of all, usually that's exaggerated.
Tavaliselt on see liialdatud.
Or if there's really a person who is holy and is actually not a Catholic, then that is because he has received the grace from the Catholic Church because he has a good will.
Ja kui see ongi mõni mitte katoliiklane, kes on püha, siis on see sellepärast, et ta on saanud katoliku kirikult armu pühaduseks.
Because holiness is only from God through Jesus in the church.
Sest pühadus tuleb ainult Jumalalt ja Jeesuselt Kristuselt ja katoliku kirikult.
Küsimus.
Aga tahan küsida, et mis siis oleks, kui ei oleks neid seadusi, et lihtsalt tulevad kõik inimesed pühamaale missale ja lihtsalt peavad missale?
What would be in this situation when there is no holiness, that just simply when people come every Sunday to Mass, what would be in this situation? There is no. This is a quite absurd question.
No.
But something like.
Don't try it. He means probably what if people come to Mass every Sunday and they don't live a holy life? That's probably what he means.
Maybe something in this direction.
So that's a very actually. I think if that's what he means, it's a good question because
Seda käiakse pühapäeval kirikus, eks ole. Jah, see küsimus selles, et mis siis on, kui ei ole pühadust, aga kõik jäävad lihtsalt pühapäeva kirikus.
See on täiesti normaalne ka, kui näiteks.
It is very normal when people go every Sunday.
That is a law, the law of the church.
See on kiriku seadus.
A holy law of the church.
Püha kiriku seadus.
Yeah. And why does the church want that?
Ja miks kirik tahab seda?
Because by doing that we receive the grace we need to stay good Christians.
Et me saame iga pühapäeval kirikus käies me saame Jumala arme, et püsida katoliiklased.
Because the holiness and the grace come through the sacraments.
Sest pühadus tuleb sakramentidest.
And Mass is a sacrament.
Ja missa on sakrament.
Now, next question.
Ja küsimus.
Miks on kirik nimetatud katolik?
Miks on kirik nimetatud katoliiklikuks?
Katoliiklikuks. Okay.
Miks nimetatakse kirikut katoliiklikuks kirikuks?
Why is the church called Catholic? Well, I think I'll start because probably it will not be so easy to answer. Catholic means, oh, you know that? From the last catechism or what? From your mother's catechism? No, why is it, what does Catholic mean?
Mida tähendab katoliiklik?
Saint, holy.
Well, she is holy, but that is not the
ta on
word.
tõesti püha, aga see pole ikkagi õige vastus.
Mida tähendab katoliiklik?
Yeah, that means universal.
See tähendab üleüldine ehk universaalne ehk üleüldine.
That's why Catholicity is one of the 4 notes of the true church.
Seepärast ongi katolitsism, katoolsus üks sellest 4.
Universal means she is made, she embraces the faithful of all the times, of all the places, of all the ages, and of all conditions.
See tähendab seda, et katoliku kirik levitab oma usku kõikidel aegadel, kõikides kohtades,
of all ages,
kõikidel aegadel,
and of all conditions.
kõikidel tingimustel.
So, once more, ages,
Times,
kõikidel
places,
aegadel,
ages,
kõikidel kohtadel, kõikidel
old people, young people,
ajastutel ja kõikides kohtades.
rich people, poor people,
rikkad inimesed, vaesed inimesed, noored inimesed,
Powerful
vanad
people.
inimesed, võimukad inimesed, mitte võimuga inimesed.
nobody is accepted.
Keegi pole väljaspool seda.
And everybody has a vocation, is called to become a member of the church.
Ja kõikidel on, kõik on kutsutud olema katoliku kiriku liikmed.
Mida on kirik nimetatud, miks on kirik nimetatud apostolikuks? What? Is that right?
apostellikuks.
Apostolikuks. Okay, I'll tell you, it's too difficult. Well, first of all, she goes back to the apostles.
Kõigepealt sellepärast, et kirik läheb tagasi kuni apostliti, Jeesuse õpilasteni, apostliteni.
She believes and teaches everything that the apostles believed and taught.
Katolik õpetab seda, mida apostlid õpetasid.
And also because those who govern and guide the church today, they are the successors of the apostles.
Ja kõik, kes praegu kirikut juhivad, nad on nende apostlite järglased.
Okay, so every bishop is a successor of one of the apostles.
Iga piiskop on mingi apostli järglane kätte peale panemise kaudu.
Yeah.
It's my part.
Yeah, exactly. So that means the apostle, he consecrated a bishop, and that bishop consecrated another bishop, and so on through all the times until the present day.
Peetrusest, Johannest, Matteusest, Lukasest, kõiksest, kõik nad panid peale uusi piiskoppe, viitsid ette järglased. Et nüüd on niimoodi kogu aeg kandunud edasi, kuni meie piiskopi praegu.
Who, for example, is the successor of the apostle Peter? Who is
Kes on apostel Peetruse järglane?
What do you think?
Mida te arvate?
Lukas, you said yourself. Graf Franciscus.
Yes, because the Pope is a successor in the office of Saint Peter.
Sellepärast, et paas on Püha Peetruse järglane.
Yeah. Peter was the first Pope in Rome.
Sest Peetrus oli esimene paas.
And then there is a succession until Francis.
Next was Linus. The second was Linus.
Yes, Clement, I think. So until Pope Francis.
Kuni
there is a
praeguse
change.
paasi.
And so every bishop goes back, if you go back in time, back, one of the apostles. Every bishop.
Ja kõik läheb tagasi kuni siis Peetruse paasi.
Okay, now, this was the 4 notes.
See on siis neli tunnust.
Can you repeat just what are the 4 again? What are they called?
Neli, kas me kordaksime üle need neli?
Yeah. Unique.
Üks
One, holy,
ja katolik.
apostel,
Catholic.
Very good. That's important.
neli tunnust,
Üks püha apostolik ja katolik.
katoliiklik.
That is the notes of the true church.
See on siis tõelise kiriku neli tunnusjoont või tunnust.
Okay, so what do you think now? Where do we find some of the notes? 1 or 2?
Kus me leiame mõningaid neid jooni, 1 või 2.
What do you think? Let's, for example, say.
Mida te sellest arvate?
For example, it's actually quite difficult.
See on üsna keeruline või raske.
Let's say fragments of notes.
Kus me leiame osi, nende nelja tunnuse mõningaid osi, kus me neid leiame?
Sakramendid on pühad.
The sacraments are holy.
No, I mean, okay. Now the question is, we know now the 4 notes, and we try to find, you know it, of course, you believe it, but the next step is, what church in the world fulfills them?
Milline kirik täidab nii, eks ole, see on katoliku kirik, jah. Aga millistes nii-öelda ühingutes me võime osaliselt leida neid jooni?
So, for example, let's take a look at the Orthodox.
Näiteks vaatame ortodoksi või
Let's go for
õigeusu
it. Are they one?
Kas nad on üks?
Do they have unity?
Kas nad on ühtsus?
Does anybody know? It's a little bit difficult.
Kas ortodoksid ehk, no meil on palju, Eestis on palju neid õigeusu. Kas nad on üks?
Ei.
Ei ole.
Look, there's the Russians. They have an own patriarch. Then there is the Greek.
Siis on Kreeka õigeusu kirik.
Then there is, I think, Ukrainians.
Ukraina õigeusu kirik.
And in the east,
Romanian.
Yes. And they all have their own leader, their own head.
Neil on alati oma
So they have no unity.
Neil ei ole ühtsus.
What about the Protestants?
Mis puudutab siis protestante?
How many Protestant sects?
Protestandid on kõik.
Who are Protestants?
Okay.
Question.
Yeah, Protestants, they go back to people who if 400 years ago separated from the Catholic.
Kes eradusid 400 aastat tagasi katoliku kirikust, need on protestandid.
Kes on modernist?
Protestandid on need, kes eradusid 500 aastat tagasi katoliku kirikust. Luterlased, kalvinistid, anglikaanid, baptistid, adventistid, metodistid, nelipühilased, and so on and so on.
Do they have unity?
Kas neil on ühtsus?
Kõik on erinevused.
Not at all. Are they apostolic?
Kas nad on apostoolsed?
They say they are.
Yeah, but do they go back in a succession to the apostles?
Some of them.
Very few.
Mõned
Most don't.
on see
Most don't. That's why I say sometimes in some of the sects, some notes are as fragments.
Mõningatel sektidel on need mingisugused tükid või mingisugused osalised.
For example, the Orthodox, they don't have unity, but they have this apostolic succession.
Õiguslikel on apostoolne järjepidevus, teadapanekutega, neil on see järjepidevus piiskopide osas.
So that's usually, you always find a little bit of the notes here and there.
Natukene mingit ühtsust.
But now let's look at the Catholic Church.
Aga vaatame nüüd katoliku kirikut.
Does she have unity?
Kas tal on ühtsus?
One leader? Yeah. Does she have? Is she founded by a holy person?
Kas ta on asutatud püha inimese poolt või püha olendi poolt, ütleme siis, eks ole, on?
Yeah. Are the sacraments holy?
Kas kõik sakramendid on pühad?
Is the teaching holy?
Kas katolikus õpetus on püha?
Are there saints in the
Kas
Catholic
kõik
Church?
katoliku pühakud on pühad?
Yes.
Ja.
Is she made and meant for every country and every people and every
Kas
person?
ta on mõeldud, et igal maal, et kirik oleks igal maal?
Yes.
Yes.
She is. And has she been the same and made for everybody at all times?
Kas see on kõikide aegade jaoks?
Since Christ.
Alates Kristuse ajast.
No?
Kas
Since
ta on
Christ. Alates
alates Kristusest, kas ta on kõikidele aegadele määratud?
Yes.
Jaa.
And does she have the faith of the apostles?
Kas ta omab apostlite usku?
Does she have the succession of consecration of bishops?
Kas ta omab seda piiskopide pühitsemise järjepidevust?
Yes. And even the successor of Peter?
Ja isegi Peetruse järjepidevust.
Yes. So she has all the 4 notes.
Tal on kõik 4 omadust olemas.
That means she is really a divine
see
institution.
tähendab seda, et katoliku kirik on jumalik organisatsioon.
The true church.
Et see tähendab seda, et see on, katoliku kirik on tõeline kirik.
So, all the four marks, unity, sanctity, catholicity, apostolicity, are found in her.
Kõik 4 omadust on siis kiriku tunnuseks.
And alone in her who acknowledges as head the Bishop of Rome, the successor of St. Peter.
Ja Rooma piiskop, ehk Peetruse järeldaja, Peetrus oli Rooma piiskop, on paavst, ehk kiriku nähtav pea. Invisible.
Yes,
head of the church.
so that is the church with the 4 notes, and that's why we call her Roman, because the Roman Pope is the head of the church.
Sellepärast me nimetame Rooma katoliku kirikut, sest paavst on Rooma piiskop. Ja Peetrus oli esimene Rooma piiskop, et suure Rooma impeeriumi pealinnas Roomas asunud, mis ole läbinud.
So the church is a little bit, well, she is a little bit like, we can compare her to a human being.
Me võime kirikut natukene inimolendiga võrrelda.
What is a human made of?
Millest inimene tehtud
The
on?
2 principal things that
Kaks
are all
olulist asja on inimeses. Mis need on?
Juba.
Already.
So we stop here.
Me siis peab siin nüüd lõpetama.
Yeah, and we come. It's a longer chapter, so it's not about to continue next time. And for homework, you will have those 2 questions. Miks nimetatakse teilist kirikut Rooma katoliku kirikuks? We have that. And also, kas pääsemiseks piisab sellest, kui ollakse ükskõik milline katoliku kiriku liige? Right? We talked about that, right?
Yeah.
That was one of the questions.
Yeah, this is the last question.
Yeah,
That
the last question, good.
so you need to be a living member.
So